Yeah.
What it is, what it do. Welcome to another episode of T3MU TV. It's your host, Nero. You know, when you see my face, I got a special guest. Damn, I'm fucking up. You know, when you see my face, I got a special guest. I got the bro in the building, my guy Viz. What it is, bro?
What's the word, bro?
Yeah, man. The best shooter in Mass, man. You know what I'm saying? He being humble. Hopefully, when you get a little sip in him, he be Gucci. But what's good with you, Brody?
Chilling, bro. Just cooling, bro. Just living.
Okay. You just told me some news. You got the head coaching job.
Yeah, Brighton, bro.
Okay. Is it low key?
I mean, not really, but like it's gonna hit the fan sooner or later.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people been reaching out, checking in. I just update them, give them the 411.
Yeah.
I just got the news today,
Mm-hmm.
and it was kind of like nerve wracking, but like because it's like everything really comes into a full circle.
Yeah.
So it's like now to be running it, the whole program that I was made off of is just
Fact.
kind of like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Nah, that's real. That's real shit. No bullshit. For you to get that coaching job, you know what I'm saying? My fault. I'm cussing, and you about to start working with the kids or whatnot.
Nah, you good. They all, it's just shit. The kids is crazy, bro.
Yeah, I know you excited though. I know you gonna have them boys working.
For sure.
Y'all gonna be a running gun type?
Yeah, we just gonna run. It's tough to have X and O's with these kids nowadays. Like, well, at least for now, we're like a raw team. We don't have really the guys that I'm looking for right now.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna work with them now and then build up from here.
Facts.
It's just gonna get better. Like, we're just gonna build a family and chemistry. Just so in the rebuilding stage, probably like I would say like 2 to 3 years, we'll be back to where I think we should be making some noise in the city.
Yeah.
Hopefully, God willing.
Put them in the spot where you left them at.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you was born and raised in Boston?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mission Hill, Roxbury.
Yes, sir. Stand up. Go ahead.
I got to because you got all these Dorchester dudes up here, man. I got to represent
Yeah.
my
definitely.
side, dog.
Nah,
But you know, it's all love, man.
Yes,
Everything's
sir.
all love.
All right. What made you start playing basketball?
I didn't even really like. It was just always around me. Like coming outside as a kid, everyone always played it.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I was like younger, a lot of people don't know. They think like when I got to high school, I was just good. Like Kurt and Coleman really got me my name. Like before that, like I was always the bottom of the barrel when it came to basketball. It wasn't until high school like that I really started making a name for myself. Like I was just always the short kid, the chubby kid that I ain't have no confidence.
Yeah.
Everyone around me was always better than me.
Yeah.
Everyone. And up until like I want to say like 9th grade. And then I started realizing like, yo, I could actually, do something with it. And like even going into my senior year, college, the semi-pro thing, all that, after like now, like I look back and be like, damn, I kind of took it for granted. I didn't realize what I was really doing at the time. Like I look back and like people reminisce and tell me, yo, y'all did this, y'all did that.
Yeah.
And it was just like, damn, I really started from nothing. Like I really had nothing. And it's like, it sounds cliche because I know a lot of people say that, but like I really was like all my friends growing up, like you could ask them, they'll tell you like I was the worst in every sport, not even just basketball. Like I was the slowest, I'm probably still the slowest now, but like every sport. I played football. I tried it out. I was decent in football, but it wasn't my passion. I didn't really have the love for it like I did for basketball. So that's why I stuck with basketball and then just went all out with it.
Okay. So, did you play AAU?
Yeah. So I played with Corey. I played with the Warriors.
Okay.
For a couple
I played with you a couple times. Well, we never got to play together, but we definitely practiced together.
Yeah. So it's just funny because before I played with Corey, I played with this team called Boston Promise with like a couple OB dudes like Ian, Josh, Harry, and even my boy Junior.
Yep.
And my boy Tony. We was chips, but like I was one of the guys on that team, and I thought, and that's when I felt like that's when it really started to hit me like, yo, I can be somewhat good at basketball. Like, yo, hold on, that was like 8th grade going into 9th. I'm like, hold on, like I really gotta lock in and try to like level up. And then as time went on, like my sophomore year, junior year is when Corey had reached out to me and had me play with the Warriors. And then my junior year going into my senior year, Oscar Metro, he had thought I played with Expressions because I had a tryout with them, and Malik had played with them for a year, and he just, I don't know, in the mix of it, he just thought that I ended up playing with them, and I wasn't. So I ended up playing with them, like, I think it was I want to say like the summertime, the summer season. I ended up playing with Metro my last year, and I played with Mo, his brother.
Okay.
Shout out to Metro. Shout out
to Metro, man.
Shout out to all them
AAU
programs that I play with, for real.
Okay. So, who was your favorite player growing up?
Damn, yo. It's crazy. That's a good question. That's a tough one. So, like, am I like around my age group, I would say, like, I had a lot of dudes that was my age that was so tough that I just wanted to be like.
Yeah.
I know you know Javon. He was in Kenny Reed.
Okay, yep.
He was a force. You know, obviously Baz was, but he was older than me, but he was always just doing whatever he wanted. Like, he was just different. But, like, in my age bracket, like, it was Javon. It was, like, Colin's younger than me, and he was killing. People don't even understand what Colin used to do.
Yeah,
like,
he was different.
Yo, Colin was a freshman getting 40, like, easy. Like, he was just, and it was just like,
he was different. First time I seen him play was at Roxbury. Why? He was like killing my point guard.
He was a force, bro.
And it was this dude that was the coach. I can't remember. He was like, I think he was Asian. Like, he had like a long goatee. He was just like, he can't do nothing with you, Colin. I'm just like, bro, he can't. He literally can't. Like, that's the first time I met Colin.
Yeah, bro.
You know, or knew of him. You know what I'm saying?
And Colin, he's not one of those. You won't know if you don't know. Like,
yeah, facts. Because he's quiet.
He's quiet, but yo, that nigga is one of the funniest dudes on this planet, bro. I swear to God, like, yo, he's so funny, bro. Like, and he just, when he gets around big, he just to himself, like, he's just chill. But, like, the people that know him, yo, he's hilarious. But him, I would say Baz, Javon. Yo, I was just around so much talent, bro. Like, even like the next generation before me, the generation before me, like, I had all these dudes. Like, I had Locke to see, like, all them, just watching them, like, hearing about them, but just like crazy, like.
Nah, you are lucky coming from Roxbury. Like, Dorchester, we got talent, but yo, like, it's like one after the other. Yeah. So it's like easily for you to be like, go to Baz and learn a few things, you know what I'm saying?
And the thing was with that is, like, it wasn't like, when I was growing up, like, Baz wasn't, like, he was like, we was all together, but I still seen that, like, yo, damn, like, I want to be like this nigga. Like, I want to play like him. Like, I want to be like Colin. I want to be able to come out there and just talk shit and just kill whoever's in front of me. Like, I always wanted to do that, but I didn't really get that feeling until, like, I want to say, like, my junior, senior year, when I'm like, yo, I got this. Like, I could do
whatever.
Yeah, I had some more heart, I would say. Like, it was just, like, I felt very much more comfortable than I was when I was growing up with these dudes, because they was always all good.
You always felt like you had to catch up.
Exactly.
Yeah, nah, your side is tough. Yeah, basketball is definitely rich over there. You know what I'm saying? But what made you pick Brighton? Because wasn't you supposed to, like, I know Corey recruited you.
Yeah, so it's a funny story.
Recruited damn near everybody.
So I went to the Edwards, the middle school. It was me, X. We had crazy, but we had Tyrese, we had Samir, we had Ronnie Mack. Our team was crazy. Like our team was a force. And Jeff Replay was there. Me, him, and Tyrese was the only sixth graders in X. And I was behind all of them. They was all better than me. Yeah. So we was in the playoffs. I got to my 8th grade year, and I seen that everyone was just doing their own thing. And X was like my right-hand man in middle school. I was always with X. So he wanted to go to Eastie. So I'm like, yo, but Malk, he came to the game, to the middle school playoff game, and he had sent X a jersey or a shirt or something.
Yep.
In his mail, and I never got one. So I'm like, man, like, damn, like, I didn't get one, so he may not want me.
Facts.
So then, now it's like, I'm 13. It's when I meet Charlie. Like, when I started, like, well, I didn't meet Charlie at 13, but I got cool with Charlie at 13.
Oh, damn.
And Charlie was at Brighton. So I'm in middle school. At the end, I'm getting half days in middle school. I'm going to Brighton to hang out with them at their let out at BK, chilling with seniors, like adults. I'm in 8th grade, just chilling with them. Like, so then I'm starting to build friendships and all that. So I'm like, yo, 9th grade year, my 8th grade year's about to be over. So I'm like, it's either Eastie or Brighton. And I'm like, I wasn't big on Eastie because I'm like, yo, Mark don't really even know me. Like, it is what it is. I'm like, and I didn't know Brighton even had a coach. Like, it wasn't, because Coleman and Kurt wasn't the coach yet until I got there. Okay. So that was their first year. So I didn't know none of the coaches or nothing about basketball at Brighton. I just went because Charlie was there, and I built them like friends that I had. You
just been going there through them half days.
Yo, bro, just going up there.
You felt comfortable.
Yeah, I felt like, damn, I might as well come here. And then Charlie was there. It was like, once I got there, it was like all she wrote after that. Like, because I already knew some of the seniors. I was the only 9th grader that was like chilling with the older kids, like, because I already knew them from when I was in 8th grade. Yeah. So they was like showing me mad love and like.
You was just already popular off rip. Nah, did you, so Corey never recruited you?
So it's crazy because I don't remember Corey. No, Corey never recruited me because he may have, but he wasn't like big on me. Yeah. Because I think at the time, actually, I think Corey was still coaching the girls. It was Coach Hill that was coaching New Mission at the time. Oh, okay. So yeah, Corey didn't really start reaching out. Like, I didn't reach out to Corey or see Corey till like I was in high school during the summer times, and like, and you know, Samir and all them dudes is my guys. Like Darius, all them, like, those are my guys. So like, I was around.
Shout out to them. Those are
Chima, all of them.
Legends,
like,
for real.
I was cool with them, so I was going around hooping with them, and then Corey ended up, me, Theo, Nick, we all ended up playing with the Warriors. Yep. So we all was just cooling. It was crazy because we had a lot of Corey. Oh man, me and Theo and Nick and Pappas, man, we had some fun times at the Warriors, man. That's all I can
say. Classic, right?
Yo, crazy times.
Nah, for real. Nah, because definitely my first time seeing you, I seen you play middle school all-star game. You know what I'm saying? I was selected and shit, so I was thinking I was big shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then I go see you. I think you had a good game. I think you hit like 3, and it was just light. Yeah. Because I remember leaving the park. I remember leaving the Lee school and going to the park and telling dudes like, yo, I'm not the best shooter in the city, bro. Dudes is like, yo, what are you saying? I'm like, bro, there's a kid. I don't know his name. He goes to the Edwards, bro. He really let that thing go. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, bro, I got to figure out this kid's name. Yeah. But yeah, you definitely did your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. Like middle school, that was the year I got kept back. So I had more confidence that year. I remember that. And I probably did. I don't really remember like verbatim on like what I did in the game, but I remember playing. Like,
you did your thing. Trust me, I remember. I was watching. I was like, yo, I got to work on my game. But did you play varsity right away as a freshman?
So freshman year, I was like part-time. So like
half and half.
Yeah, but like towards the end of the season, it's crazy because Duck had failed off, and a couple of the seniors, I think something was like they had bad grades or something, and I ended up playing in the state tournament, yo. Like Charlie's father, Miss Coleman's wife was like trying to get me in the game. Yeah. And at first they wasn't trying to put me in until they finally put me in at the end. And I think I got a layup, I got a pass assist or something. Like I was playing the point too at the time. I was playing the one.
Freshman year.
Yeah, they put me in the one state tournament. I was playing the one. I'm like, yo, lights is bright. Like, we state tournament. Like I'm like, yo. But I played like a couple games before that game, but it wasn't like the crunch time. They put me in at the crunch time, like the game was on the line.
It's crucial.
And the crazy thing is, I ended up getting gamed. The dude, I think his name is Victor from Salem. Yo, he jaded me, the lefty 3 in my eye in the corner. I was sick.
He hit it.
Yo, Tone, that's his name, Tone.
Okay.
He's from Salem. Yo, he gamed us, bro. I was closed out on a 3-point in the corner. Game. I was sick. I was tight because I was a freshman. I'm like, damn, yo, I just lost us the game. But then everyone's like, yo, it wasn't your fault. Like, I didn't realize that, like, it really wasn't my fault because Duck should have never failed off. Like, and then the seniors should have, you know, it could have been my fault, but I thought it was my fault, but at the time they didn't want me to blame myself because I was a freshman. And I was like, I owned up to it and felt like it was my fault. But in reality, I knew it really wasn't. It was a team effort. It should never even came down to that last shot.
Yeah, if Duck was there, y'all would have definitely had something.
For sure. If Duck was
yo,
there,
Brighton have some great point guards, bro. You've been blessed to have some great point guards, bro. Duck and then Malik right after. That's a blessing,
it's
bro.
Crazy. Yo, oh, man.
Shout out to Duck, man.
But word. Dog. Shout out to all my PGs, man.
Yes, sir.
They was holding it down.
But so how what was it like playing for Coach Coleman?
Yo, it's crazy because like Coleman's like, he's not just a basketball coach. He's a life coach. Like he been through a lot. Like he's faced adversity. He's been through a lot of adversity his whole life. Like, and a lot of people don't know. I mean, a lot of people know that he talks a lot, and I feel like he talks a lot because he's been through a lot, and he's an emotional guy. Like, and he's gonna express his feelings and tell you what it is and what's right from wrong. Yeah. And I learned a lot from him and all the coaching staff at Brighton. But like Coleman, like taught me, like he would always call me an immature sophomore, like just things like that. Like I would always just do dumb stuff, get in trouble, and like Coleman just didn't help me with basketball. He helped me with like life, like and seeing things through from like the right from wrong, basically, and all in all, like and. He just always looked out for me. He was always like, whenever I needed him or whenever people was going against me, him, Kurt, Chill, all of them, they was riding for me. They was helping me out. They was putting their best foot forward to help me.
No, that's real.
Yeah.
No, that's real. Coleman is real. I don't know why when I left New Mission, I ain't never think about transferring to Brighton. Maybe because you was already there.
Yo.
It was enough wing space for me. With you and Nick.
Yo, nah, it was
Shout out
crazy.
to Nick too, man.
Where my boy Nick, yo, it's crazy because like everyone may think like it was all good and dandy. Like, yo, we used to really go at it like as players, like, yo, I used to get tight, Malik, Nick, like we almost fought a few times.
Damn.
Malik and Nick actually fought, like they fought one time.
I believe that.
Yo, it was just like we would just go at it, like deal. Like it was just that shit was just tough love. Like it's hard to like reiterate that shit to the kids now because they just don't. It's like tough because like it sucks to say, but like a lot of these young kids don't really have that tough love. Everyone like, and even me, like I get caught up in like kind of like babying the kids because it's like just generation now. Like a lot of them don't.
You yell at them. It's like, over.
They don't understand the tough love. Yeah, but Coleman, that's what it was, and I'm glad I went through that. I'm glad he helped me, like, and he built me up to like the person I am today. And it's like I try to do that with some of the kids now, just so they can understand, because I don't want them to come out into the real world and then they just fold because they don't know when stuff hits the fan or hits them and reality hits them. Yeah, they're not gonna know how to react. So it's like, it's just tough. Like the kids, like I love them. Like I love all the kids, but like it's just tough trying to like get it
through their head. Like, yo, bro, you gotta really be like, life is like so unfair, bro. Yeah, it's like, gonna leave you hanging.
Exactly. So it's like it's a mixture of that and like trying to adjust to the new lifestyle that they're living, because they're not living the same way like we was living. Like all the kids, they get rides, they get Ubers. Like, don't get me wrong, sometimes they get on the bus, but like, it's like they're a lot more like, you know, we give them a lot more than they don't. But
they
also
don't take the bus.
Yeah, it's like
they ain't taking the train. They ain't going downtown having those.
Nah, they're like their lifestyle is just different. Like, and a big part of it is COVID. Like, COVID hit at a crucial time in these kids' lives. Like, this was 2 years, and a lot of kids that I have now, they're like freshmen, sophomores during 8th grade, 7th grade year. Yeah, they was going through COVID. They was in the house. They wasn't able to really like live out their childhood like they should have. So now they're just now like kind of like living it out and trying to get adapted to the lifestyle of being outside. And because you got to think about it, 6th and 7th grade, 8th grade, middle school, you're not really allowed to be outside like you are like so it's school. Like now, exactly. So now it's like, now that COVID is over, they're like kind of like starting to get the feel of things, get out the house. So it's like they're kind of still at like the 6th grade, 7th middle school level on socializing with people and being outside.
Fact. Okay. So your junior year, y'all make the state title run.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all go all the way to the Garden. Y'all win at the Garden that big game against. Bless you.
Appreciate it.
Bless you, my brother.
Right.
So y'all make it to the Garden. You know what I'm saying? Y'all win that game. Talk about that Stoughton game though, because that was like Malik versus Aaron Koleski.
So it's crazy. We was down.
Mm-hmm.
We was down. I think it was that we was down actually both years at the Garden. We was down my junior year to Stoughton, and Coleman gave one of those speeches again at the Garden. He's like, "Yo, what the y'all gonna back down? Y'all gonna quit? Y'all gonna quit?" Yo, this nigga. Pardon my language, but
nah, you Gucci.
Malik was like, he was like, "Yo, I got him." He was like, "Yo, I got him." He's like, he picked. He's like, "I got Aaron." Picked him up. Malik just, I don't want to say he strapped him, but he got the best of Aaron in that last, I want to say 3 minutes, because offensively he just took control of the whole game. Malik just took control of the whole game. Mm-hmm. I think it was like a minute left or 2 minutes left. Malik scored like 8 points. Like he just turned into a different type of animal. Like when Coleman gave that speech, there was a couple times where it was crucial times in our season where Coleman would just like talk to us and say certain shit to just motivate us, and we just like, yo, we was down in New Mission that year by 20 by a dub.
Junior year. Came
back and won. Beat him. It was crazy, like. And that was like one of those talks Coleman had with us, and he just like motivated us to like, yo, fuck that. We not losing. Like we came all this way, we not losing. Mm-hmm. And that's what Malik did. Like that shit was crazy. Like that was like, and I took that, at the time I took that for granted. Like I said earlier, like a lot of the things we was doing was just like, I was just like, whatever. Like I was living through the moment. But now I look back on it, and I see like.
It was big,
yo, it was like, it's a big, because the people on the outside looking in, they think they like, oh, this shit's crazy. While I'm living through it, it's just like, whatever, another game. Like we won, we finally won. Like it is what it is. I get to sleep, and then we play the next game.
Mm-hmm. You was just that focused.
Yeah, I was just really locked in.
Yeah, because that year you had 98 threes, which is fucking ridiculous, boy. Yeah. I seen that, yo, bro. I'm telling you, Vince, dog. I seen that tearing up the room, like, yo, bro. He's going crazy. Like there's nothing. You like, bro, what am I gonna do, bro? You know what I'm saying? I could shoot, but like, bro, he letting them go though. And he, you know what I'm saying? He doing it in the Garden. I ain't never touched the Garden. But y'all get to the state championship, and who'd y'all lose to?
Mahar. Yo, oh my God.
What was it about that game that
I feel like us as a team, like, in whole, I spoke to like a couple of New Mission dudes. I spoke to like everyone around the city. They're like, yo, I think the west side of Mass or the south, whatever side it was on Western Mass.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, it's a cakewalk, like it's sweet. So we're all like, yeah, we about to win. We already beat Stoughton, like we good. We just gonna go and we just gonna bust their ass. Like it is what it is.
Looked over them.
Looked right over them. They came and got with us. Yo, they came out. I think Kurt always reminds me, I think I had like 2 or 3 points that game. He always reminds me that I shit the bed. I did. Like I was like
the whole game.
The whole game I had 2 to 3 points, bro.
That and then true.
It was and it's crazy because like I look back and like then like even like Kurt always clowns me for like, yo, you lost us that game. Like you had 2, 3 points. And some dude on Mahar, he was like killing some like chubby dude, yo. And I forgot who. I think it was Jason that was guarding him. It was somebody that was guarding him, and he was just going to work. We're like, yo, he was hitting tray balls. He was doing it. I'm like, yo. So I'm getting tight because we're losing, and this chubby dude that I didn't. He probably was good. Like I ain't never seen him after that, but like he was killing it. He was a big reason why we lost.
Damn. What was the locker room like after that?
Oh, man. Nothing but water. Tears, man. We was hurt. Like, it was really hurt. Like, we thought we had it all. But all in all, like, I wouldn't say, like, I was glad, but I'm, like, I kind of am happy that we lost that year. Yeah. Because it motivated us to come back and win it all the next year. Like, I feel like that was when we was like, yo, we can't take nothing for granted. Like, we came all this way. We're not going back home in the chip again. Like, this isn't going to happen the next year. So, like, nah, we was hurt. Like, we was all hurt. It was all of us.
That
like,
junior year, did y'all win cities?
I think we might. I think we lost city. No, we might have won cities that year. I think my senior year we lost to Madison, because Ray always brings it up to me. He always say, "Yo, I ain't never lost to Brighton," and it'd be like,
shout out to Ray.
Yeah,
though.
that's my guy. Ray's my guy Kyle Lowry.
Okay.
But, nah, I think we won the cities one of those years. I'm not sure, but that's the thing. It's like Coleman, our coaches, and Kurt and all them. They didn't care about cities. Like, we were so focused. They would be like, yeah, like, obviously we want to win for the city, like, just to say for bragging rights, but our goal every year was a state chip. Yeah. Every year was a state chip. We wasn't focused on the cities. Like, it's just like, to be real, it's just like, all right, it's the cities we could bragging rights, yeah, but like, we want to win that ring. We want to ring that big boy. Like, we want to, like, we really want to talk that talk.
Yeah.
Like, when you win a city turn, it's like, oh yeah, you win the cities, but like, people don't really remember the cities if you think about it. 10 years down the line, they don't like. I don't even remember who won. Like, I remember that state tournament though.
Yeah.
And everyone else remember that state tournament.
Facts.
So it's like, I'm glad they really pushed us to like win that, like, and go for that state chip.
Yeah, not like, just going for cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. So senior year, you know, y'all run it back. Y'all win the state title. You know what I'm saying? Y'all blessed because, you know, many teams don't get that, bro. You know, they go to the state championship. The next year they try to go back. They lose because they, you know, getting there, you thinking so much. Yo, I'm going to get there. That sometimes you trip up on level 5. Sure. You know what I'm saying? But y'all got there. Malik goes insane, bro. Insane. But not just Malik. It was like a big 3. It was a trio that, you know what I'm saying, the city ain't really never seen before. You know, or have. You know, it's always been 1 or 2 players, the big or the guard.
Nah, for
one
sure.
player, but 3 of y'all.
It was crazy. And like, that senior year was just like, yo, it was just like
y'all was hungry. I could see it in your highlight. I watched a few highlights because, you know, it ain't crazy. Like, but you could just see it in your glimpse, like after you hit a 3, where you dapping, where you going so hard, like, you know.
It was something that burnt us that, like, we was like, yo, we not going out like this again. We not. And it was just like, it's crazy because my senior year, I think Nick had got hurt. He like messed up his ankle or something. Like, he got carried off in a stretcher. Like, the ambulance came and carried him off. Yo, the next day, Nick came to school sprinting down the hallway, like literally sprinting. I'm like, yo, this dude is like Superman. Like, yo, like, he couldn't walk off the court. Yeah. And we ended up, me and Malik, I think I hit a couple big 3s, like, to bring us back, because we was down. I think we was playing Winchester
in the state championship game
at BLA.
Okay.
And,
oh no, this is during states, not in the state championship.
This is during states.
Okay.
And this was like, I think a game before Tasongas. And and Nick, I got hurt, and it was like the 3rd quarter, and like we was down like 10. Yo, I came out, I hit like 4 to 5 trays, going crazy, and then it came down to the game on the line. Malik cleared it out. Clear out was like a 1-4 low. That nigga hit Malik hit that nigga with a left to right midi, gamed him, and it was like, yo, I'm like, yo, and I was like, yo, this is it. Yeah. We gonna go. We gotta finish. We gotta go. We can't take no shorts. We gotta just go all the way.
Facts. And y'all did it.
Nah, we
y'all
did.
won the state championship.
We did.
Y'all definitely did. Is Malik the best point guard you've ever played with?
So,
because not to interrupt you real quick, right? Your senior year, bro, he blacked.
Yeah.
Like, when you just described that, he came down with the midi, like, bro, he was doing some crazy. And he was like a perfect point guard because he wasn't greedy, bro.
Yo.
He was looking for y'all. Like, in the highlights, I could see he's, like, there was times he's coming down on the fast break. His eyes is already looking for you or Nick, bro.
Yo, it's crazy because it's like, yo, Coleman installed something in all our point guards. Like, he installed that. Like, so I didn't get as much years to play with Duck that I play with Malik.
Yeah.
But I feel like I gotta give Duck some of that credit because
Facts.
at the end of the day, Malik was after Duck and Malik watched Duck. And Malik, I ended up playing obviously more years with Malik than Duck because Duck's older than me.
Yeah.
But Malik, if we're not talking about like Duck like leading him and showing him the ropes, Malik's by far the best point guard I ever played with. By far.
Yeah.
Like for sure. Like because Coleman just installed like, yo, like you gotta find the shooters, and then when it was his time, it was they always would, because what they would do was they would help.
Yeah.
Once it was his time, they couldn't help anymore because I was already hit 4 to 5 threes or Nick hit 2 to 3 or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So now Malik is 1-on-1. Now it's just him and another dude on the island, and now what you gonna do? You gonna drown? That's just what it was. Like he was gonna drown like every trip. So when when it was his time to go in fourth quarter, we would clear it out because they couldn't help anymore, and they couldn't play zone. It's like you had to pick your poison.
You bro, for real.
You had to, and it was just like.
And I used to say to myself, why is he that confident? You know, because I couldn't read the game like that, obviously. You know, like I knew they had you. It's like, stay close to Daivon, but stay close to Nick. Yeah. But it's like, I get it. After 4 or 5 of them, that does.
It's like, you ain't
itching.
leaving.
You like, you don't know. You moving. You being extra.
Yo, there was my senior year, yo. It was one team. They went, it was Lynn, I think Lynn Classical or something. It was like some Lynn school. Yeah. And yo, they went a triangle and 2. I never even heard of this shit. I never knew what a triangle and 2 was. Yeah. Yo, so at the beginning of the game, they're guarding me and Malik full court. So they're in like a triangle on the other end. Like on defense, they're in a triangle. One person at the free throw line and 2 people on each box. So and the other 2 was guarding me and Malik full court.
Staying with y'all.
I'm yelling at Coleman like, yo, what are they doing? Like they guarded. Like I'm pissed because I'm like, yo, it's not a box of one. So I'm like, yo, what is this? Like
don't know how to break it down.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I was tight, yo. So Malik, being Malik, he just was breaking the dude that was guarding him down. Like you can't guard Malik full court. Like you're tripping. Like so he just was breaking him down and just getting whatever he wanted, whether the dude was staying with me or not. Malik, once he goes by the dude that was guarding him, now it's open season. So Malik's gonna create and get something. So that's what he was doing, and then eventually they got out of the box. I mean triangle and 2, and it was just like after that it was all she wrote from there.
It was over.
Yeah, but that senior year it was crazy.
Legendary.
For sure.
So how was it like you already talked about it earlier, but how was it playing with that big 3 with you, Nick, and Malik?
It was like, yo, like I said, yo, it was just like I took it for granted because I didn't realize how good we actually was until like now. Like people always talk about it coming to me, yo, Brighton, yo, is this, yo, is that? And it's just like at the time I didn't really dribble much. Like my job was just to shoot threes. I didn't start really dribbling until I got to college. But like when I was in high school, like Nick, yo, he was just like Malik was a very good point guard, but Nick, I genuinely feel like Nick was our all around like best player. Like Nick did everything for us. He was shooting, he was rebounding, he was dunking,
blocking,
he was
shots.
He was literally everywhere. Like yo, Nick, and people don't give Nick enough credit, and I'm always gonna give Nick credit. Every time I talk to him, like yo, you was that guy. Like he only played with us for 2 years. People don't even know. Like he was in Lynn. I don't even remember how he even ended up at Brighton, but he ended up at Brighton and he played for us. I think he scored like 700, 800 points in 2 years. And it's just like, imagine if he was there for 3, not even 4. Yeah. Like, it's just like, yo.
He could have did
whatever he wanted. And it's like, he was 6. I remember we played St. Anthony's and Nick, me and Malik shit the bed. I had like 5 points, but I think Malik had like 4. Nick had a dub. He had like 21 and like not taking nothing from Nick, we got blown out, but he still was out there doing his thing. Like, yo, I'm Nick. Like, he was like, yo, I'm him. Like, I don't give a fuck who these dudes are. Like, I don't care how high they ranked in the country. Like, I'm him. That's how he felt. And I'm like, and I respected him. And it's just like, yo, Nick, he always went out there and killed. Like, every game. Whenever we needed him, he showed up.
He did his thing.
He showed up for sure.
He definitely did. Yeah, he was a headache.
For sure.
He made y'all like, it was a different type of force.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you and Malik would have been crazy, but then you add Nick.
Nick is just like everything. Exactly.
It's tough.
And then we had the crazy thing is we had a bench too. Like, yo, like we had dudes coming off the bench ready. Like we had Nate, we had Puerto Rico. Yep. We had the bench all the way down to Daivon. He was a freshman. And at the time, Daivon Edmonds, he went to Thayer after Brighton.
Okay. Lefty?
Yeah.
Yep.
And he ended up being a dog out there. He ended up playing with BA. He ended up getting scholarships. Like, but he was a freshman watching us, and he called me like a couple weeks ago and just was like kind of like giving me my flowers. Like, yo, like people don't understand. Like, yo, like what you did. And that's when I think that was like the day that I realized like, yo, I be taking this shit for granted. Like,
yeah, for real.
It's just like. And like now that I'm older and see it, it's like, yo, I really was like, we did our thing.
You was out here doing your thing for real. Like you was a household name in the city.
Yeah.
You are a household name in the city. There's no was. You are a household name. You know what I'm saying? So
appreciate that, bro.
You already, bro. So what was your favorite or best game in high school?
Oh, my favorite. I'll never forget this game. I was a sophomore. We played against English. Paul Beck. He was coaching us at the time. Yeah. If y'all hoop in the city, y'all know who Paul Beck is. Like,
sir.
I don't gotta explain that. But
shout out to the killer.
Yo, he told me after the game. Well, he told me at like halftime. I think I had like 20 or something. I had something. And after the game, like he's like, yo, you finished the game with 44. I had 44. I don't think I scored more than 44 for the rest of my high school season. Yeah. Like that was my highest scoring game my whole high school career.
And that was against English.
Against English.
And I remember that too. I remember that.
That's crazy.
I'm on the bus. They like, yo, Daivon scored 44. Are you kidding me?
Yo.
Are you serious?
As a sophomore, bro. Think about that.
I know.
Like,
bro, I was going crazy.
The confidence booster that I had from that was like, yo, if I could get 44 out here,
it's over.
Like, I think that's when I realized, like, yo, I got it. Like, I could actually make some
noise.
Yeah, like I could do something for myself.
I ain't gonna lie. I never understood why BA never called you.
I mean, they already had the guy. Like I wasn't.
Tyler Nelson. Yo, you could hold up with him.
So that's crazy because I remember playing. It was somewhere we was playing. We didn't play against Tyler. Where we played, I think it was a tournament, and we played before them. It might have been the state tournament, and they was D1 and we was D2.
Yep.
And like ESPN was like talking about me and him, like how we're the sharpshooters and shit. Yeah. And like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, when he was shooting, I would be like, yo, he got a clip. I really believe that he was the only person that could shoot. But like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, like, yo, he was different behind that three, bro.
Yeah, he was
different. Like, yo,
he
don't get me wrong, like, I felt like it would have been a tough battle between me and him, but I was just like, just look it up, like look up his game, and I'm like, yo, just watching, it's just like, yo, this dude, like, he didn't really make much mistakes, like, he had
a clip,
yo,
he did,
and it showed, like, he went on to play everywhere, like, he played the G League, he went scholarship, all that, and like, he ended up playing, I think he's playing overseas now or somewhere, but He got a gun, yo. His clip was different, like,
he
for
definitely
real. Like,
got one, no bullshit.
Nah, for sure. Like how Meek said, it's levels. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, it's definitely levels. Like, I ain't gonna short stick him or like not like, yo. He had it. I ain't gonna lie, he had it. He definitely had it.
Definitely. So was you a 2-time all scholastic or you was just a 1-time?
I think I was a 1-time, and then I was an all-state shooter, something like ESPN said something. It was like,
oh, like the all-state shooter.
Says exactly. I was 2 times of that, but my junior year, I got beat out. I think it was like, I got beat out by, it was like Tommy Mobley, when I definitely thought I could shoot better than him, but he was younger, and they seen something in him. I don't know, but I was a senior or something like that. He was younger, but like. I thought I could shoot better than him. Like, I genuinely felt like I was a better shooter than him, but his potential was higher than mine, so I think that's why they gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, because he was younger.
Yeah.
Okay. But you was an all-star your senior year.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I actually, you know what's crazy? My junior year, I got picked to be an all-star my junior year, and I got in trouble. I got suspended. And Coleman and Kurt took me out the All-Star game because I got suspended.
Damn.
And I was pissed. Yo, I was tight.
Crazy Daivon.
Word. I forgot what I even got suspended. Probably something stupid, like something dumb.
You scored 1,000.
Yeah.
Most of those are all threes too.
Yeah,
crazy.
nah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Scored 1,000 at and coming out of high school, was you recruited by any D1s or did anybody talk to you? Did you get any letters?
It's funny. So like
putting up numbers, bro.
Nah, it's it's a lot. Like, so coming out of high school, right? My senior year, I didn't take my SATs, and my GPA wasn't great. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say my GPA because it wasn't. My GPA was like a little bit below a 2.
Yeah.
And I got a call. This was at the beginning of the school year. It's before the season started. I got a call from Pfeiffer University. It was a D2 NAIA.
Okay.
And they called me and asked me like, "Hey, this is so and so. Is this Daivon?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
It was like, "Oh, well, we just looking into you. We heard about you. We heard a few things. We're interested in stuff." And they asked me if I can come on a visit during December break. And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." So then they start asking my SAT scores and my GPA. So I lied and said, I told them my GPA was a 2.0, not knowing that they was going to find out. All they had to do was go in the system and find out what my GPA was. And I didn't take my SATs yet at the time. So they ended up finding out, and they it didn't go through. You know, it's crazy because they ended up offering someone. They was following me throughout college because they ended up offering somebody else that was another shooter at the JUCO that I went to.
Yeah.
Because I left that JUCO. But to go back, and my senior year, they were interested in me, and then Merrimack was interested in me. So Kurt, it's crazy because Kurt didn't tell me. So Merrimack came during the season. Merrimack came to a game, but Kurt
during your senior season.
Yeah, during my senior season, they came to a game. Kurt didn't tell me that they were coming because he didn't want me to play nervous or whatever the case. He didn't want to make me nervous.
Yeah.
So it's crazy because they came, and I think I was playing poor. I was playing shitty. Like, I don't know what happened. Coleman called a timeout. This is when we was losing the New Mission. Like, that was the game we came back by 20. No, that wasn't. I lied. That was not that game.
Okay.
So that wasn't that game. Nope, it wasn't. But Coleman called a timeout. He sits us down. We're in the huddle. He's like, "Don't put Daivon back in the game unless he's wide open for a 3." So I look like, nah, this dude's bugging. Like, yo, I'm out of here. Like, if that's the case, then get me out the rotation. Like,
word.
So what I did, Merrimack is literally sitting across from our bleachers. They're sitting right there across. I walk down the bench, grab my bag and stuff, go in the locker room. I walk right by the 2 Merrimack coaches, not noticing that I seen that they were coaches there, but I didn't know they were there for me.
Yeah.
So I walked in there, got dressed, sat behind the bench, not even knowing that they was there for me. So, you know, from there it was clipped. They seen like, yo, this little dude's crazy. He's fried.
Yeah.
So then I ended up going. I had a couple other schools. Like, I had schools that like just interested from like Corey, like AAU and stuff like that. But they wasn't big on me. Like, I had a little note card. I had a note card from Wichita State. It was like some like camp they wanted me to go to. Like, but like I don't think they was big on. I think they just sent it out like to everywhere just to see. And they see me in AAU, and I was happened to be killing like one tournament. And then Dean was big on me. Dean was like giving me scholarship money. They were like a big and I ended up going to Dean that year because they was giving me money.
Yep.
And I went on there, played there for a little bit. I was like one of the last people off the bench because I didn't wait my turn. And I was a freshman, and at the time they had like 6-7 returners that was already there, and I was just like, I was so big headed because I'm like, yo,
you coming off a
chip,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I'm like, yo, I should be playing. And I wasn't playing, so I ended up getting frustrated and leaving. and like I should have stayed because they gave me a scholarship, and it was just like I just was young and stupid. Like I was arguing with Kurt. Kurt would tell me, "Yo, like don't leave," and I was like, "Nah, I'm out of here." I was just young and dumb.
Yeah. You just thought you knew it all.
Yeah.
Which we all did, you know what I'm saying? When we was young, we definitely thought we knew it all. So
Nah, for sure.
So you ended up at Newberry College with the bro CJ. Shout out to my boy Jizz.
C Jizzo. You know the vibes. C Jizz, you, Kenny, Ice, Juice.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Juice for real, bro. That's the Brody for real. My guy, Ice, Kenny. You know what I'm saying? But you go to Newberry. You played there all 4 years, right?
Well, no, I didn't. So I went there. I was at Dean my freshman year, and then I went there my sophomore year, and I felt like I was being like hold in a sense, like I was being like they wasn't really giving me my shot like I thought, because I reached out to CJ. I'm like, yo, I'm about to come there, because we had scrimmage when I was at Dean. We scrimmaged Newberry. We beat them by like 50, and I wasn't playing at Dean, so I'm like, yo, I might just transfer
over
and
there.
go there and just go nuts, go ballistic. And when I got there, it wasn't as what I thought. It wasn't as good and dandy like I thought. CJ, I was talking to CJ. I was talking to the other coach, Julian. And I got there. It was like, it's not like that I wasn't good enough to play. It was just like the coach was like, he felt like the people that was already there should have been playing before me, but it wasn't like they was better than me, because they wasn't.
Facts.
It was not, and if they was better than me, I would have let it be known, like, yo, they was better than me. Like, it is what it is. Yeah. But they wasn't. Every time I got in the game, I was putting up numbers. Like, it wasn't even like, it wasn't close. Like, it just wasn't close. Like,
I never understood that. You trying to explain something we ain't never gonna understand.
So it was just
tough.
What I'm saying?
We got love for the dudes at Newberry too. So it's
exactly.
Like,
and it's just like, it was just tough, because it's like, yo, like, I felt like I didn't deserve that. I felt like I was going there for a reason. Like I felt I was going there because I shouldn't have even left. But I was going there to prove myself, to show everyone what I could really do.
Facts.
And like that was my sophomore year, and I only played like I think like 4 games or something like that, and I ended up failing off because I wasn't motivated. I'm like, yo, this shit, like I'm not playing. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
And
I know the stories.
And it was just like, and I felt like when I got back, my junior year was like the revenge tour.
Yeah, you turned up.
Like, that junior year, it was all she wrote. From my junior year to my senior year, it was like, I remember my senior year at Newberry. I had 3 games left to score 1,000. And CJ he was coaching at the time, CJ, and it's crazy because my Dean coach that wasn't playing me at Dean ended up coming back to Newberry and coaching me, and like reaching out to me and Ice and apologizing and saying like, yo, like I'm sorry that it didn't go as planned, like this
Should've
and that.
did better by y'all and all that.
And it was like, and I understood it. Like I kept it professional. I didn't really like felt like tell him off and be like, yo, fuck that. Like, nah, I just left it. I'm like, yo, you know what? Like, it was my last year. It was my senior year. So like, it comes down and they're like telling me I got this much points that I got to score to get 1,000. And it came down to my last 3 games. I had to score 90 points. And CJ, we always talk about it all the time, like randomly. He'll be like, yo, I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life. Like, so I went on and scored like 90 in 3 games. Damn. And I was just like,
and so you scored 1,000 at Newberry.
Yeah, I scored 1,000 at Newberry and Brighton
in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Ooh boy, what was your favorite game at Newberry?
Oh, my favorite game at Newberry was Juice. Me, CJ, and Juice always talk about it. We played at Elms, and they was talking about some dude, Andre French or something. Like, I'm like. And they said he was the best defensive player in the league and this and that. I'm like, and it was big. So I wasn't big on like when they were like scouting and bring up players and say, yo, he's this, he's that. I would be like, he's regular. Like I wasn't paying that no mind because that would just make them dudes nervous. Like, and it wasn't gonna make me nervous because at this point I'm like, I'm already know what I'm here for. Like I know what I'm here to do. Like I'm not.
You a dog.
Exactly. I'm not taking no back seat to no. So. He came out, he was playing, I'm busting his ass. And then they try to throw some other dude on me. and I fried him too. But like he was even littler than the other dude that they were talking about. And I did like some like monkey like thing that like I'm like, yo, you can't guard me. And I ended up having 30 that game. But you know what's crazy? That game, one of my teammates told another one of my teammates, yo, stop passing Daivon the ball.
Damn.
On some whole shit, yo. Like I'm like, whoa, like, damn, like, and I think I got player of the week or the rookie of the week that year or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, I just felt like, yo, the love ain't the same, because I would never do that to any of my teammates. Like if they hot, I'm gonna let them get off. But I knew when I heard that, I'm like, yo, this ain't really for me. Like they don't want me to win here. Like it was just the team. It was like, and then the coaching staff, I feel like was just like, there was a few, I'm not gonna say the whole coaching staff, because I feel like it was mainly, I would say like one of the like the head coach. I feel like he didn't want me to reach my potential. Like I feel like he didn't want me to do what I wanted to do. And that was my junior year. My senior year, he let me do whatever I wanted. Mm-hmm. But that was my best game. My favorite game was Elms my junior year or whatever year it was.
Okay, so we're gonna get into your you training kids now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
With CJ and Charlie. Shout out to Charlie.
Yes, sir. So with Charlie, he had an idea one day. He just brought it to my attention, and I told him, he's like, yo, we got a name. Like we got a name in the city. Like at first it started off with he was saying like we shooters. Like he was like he wanted to make like a shooters club. Like
that would have been.
And
tough.
it was just like we just help the shooters or help kids that want to learn how to shoot. Shoot.
Yeah.
So he ended up brainstorming and just then changing it to like the Breakfast Club and having the kids work out. And I told him that I'm gonna support him regardless or whatever he wants to do. I'm gonna be with him. What I did tell him is that I don't want to be like one of the representatives or one of the CEOs. I don't want to be a co-owner or whatever. I just want to be there to help him out. Yeah. And train the kids and show them the way. Because I felt like I had too much on my plate at the time.
You didn't want to commit to it.
Exactly.
Right
like
away.
I was telling him I'll be there whenever he needs me to train the kids, but I didn't want to give my all because I had so much I was dealing with at the time. And like he was like, he respected it and was like, and we did a lot for the city. Like as far as the Breakfast Club, like Charlie, he did his thing. Like he helped out a lot of these young kids.
Facts. Shout out to Charlie for that.
For sure. Shout out, bro. And like COVID kind of set us back. It was tough. Like we kind of did it a little bit, but last year we didn't really go through with it. But this year, this summer coming up, we're gonna pick it back up because I feel like we just missed out on a lot. Okay.
So I was gonna ask you what's your role, but you in and out.
Yeah, like
you in and out.
Like I'm 10 toes. Whenever he needs me, I'm there.
You there?
There's no question about it. But there's other stuff going on that I gotta handle. With like my job, I got other kids that I gotta focus on too. Yeah. Exactly. So it's like whenever he needs me, I'm there. Like I don't want to be the face of it. I want to be the help. Like literally, like he can be the face. Him and CJ can run it, and I'm always gonna. Whenever they need me, I'm there. It's not no questions or nothing about it. Like I just want to be there to help.
Okay. So besides training kids. You're not coaching. Well, you are coaching now. So besides training kids or coaching, what else is Daivon doing?
So, to be honest with you, I'm a teacher or I'm in education now. So now I'm a dean of students. Last year I was a teacher assistant at Brighton. So now it's all like that's what I said. It's all coming to full circle. Like I'm a dean of students at Brighton, and I am a head coach now as of today at Brighton. So it's like.
Cheers for that.
Yeah.
Yes, cheers for that.
Know that.
Okay. Well, Daivon, I appreciate you for coming. T3MU TV showing love.
Yes, sir. Always,
feel me,
bro.
Giving us some stories about them Brighton days.
For sure. Always,
you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
You a legend in the city. Don't let nobody tell you different.
Appreciate that,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? Scored 1,000 at Brighton, scored 1,000 at Berry in 2 years. Shouts out to you, bro. Appreciate you for coming through,
sir,
man.
My guy.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. See y'all next episode.
Appreciate you, bro.